So right now I want to show you a video of a bar bender that I built. I got the idea from another YouTube video from someone on YouTube building very similar, actually probably identical thing, except that the idea is his. So I'm giving that guy the credit. Unfortunately, I don't remember who it is. The reason why I needed to build one of these things was basically I want to bend bars, a 1/4-inch bar like these, into a U shape. And what I'm going to use it for is basically I have a pool that I'm going to close in the winter with a 2x4 on top of a tarp. And the tarp, and usually in past years what I did was basically screw the 2x4 right into the deck, and I noticed that I'm destroying the deck. So decking material caused an arm and a leg in my firstborn, so therefore I want to preserve that as much as possible. So what I'm decided to do is basically get these U-shape bar that I bend, and use a tap set to tap these screws. These screws are 5/16 size, and all I do is basically imagine that this is my deck, and with the tarp on it with a 2x4, I'm just going to screw this in. And most likely I'm going to use a wrench, obviously, and a piece of metal is going to be underneath this so that the pressure will be applied onto this in a greater surface area instead of just a screw. But this is just getting an idea. See, it's pretty sturdy and it's not going to come up. So that's the reason why I need to do it. And this is the mechanism that I built to do. Building this thing was very easy. One piece of, I think this is 1/4-inch thick steel plate, two regular door hinges. This is 1 1/4, I believe. I can't seem to find, yeah, 1.5 by 36-inch long. I bought one of these things, cut it in half, and use a 1/2-inch bolt and 1/2-inch washer and attach it. Drill a hole through using a drill press and attached it. Same thing here, drill a hole through, and same thing, 1/2-inch bolt with 1/2-inch washer. Very similar on the other side. The L bar is I believe a 1/8 of an inch, or maybe a little bit thicker, probably 3/16 of an inch. L bar, and it was 3 feet long, I believe, and I cut it in half. After I cut it in half, I drill some hole, attach the bracket and these things on there. The reason why this bar is here and this bar is here is more for leverage on closing this thing. So let me demonstrate. I have this bar, and what I want to do is basically at a 2.5-inch mark. Where's my marker? Right here, at 2.5-inch mark, I want to bend it. And here's my square. Mark the 2 3/4 inch mark that side, and mark a 2 3/4 inch on this side. And all I have to do is do this. Draw a mark across. And then do the same thing on this side. Unfortunately, my marker is running out of ink. So once I did that, let me show you how this works. I stand on these 2 bars as basically leverage, and also as a way to kind of stabilize this thing. Now this thing's not moving at all, not going anywhere. And I slide this thing through. These 2 bolts is tightened and loosened as the thickness needed. So if this thing is actually thicker, say this is a 1/4 inch instead of 1/8 of an inch, I would just basically loosen this thing to allow higher, thicker material. I don't know how thick this thing would actually should work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down so that you can see this much better in terms of watching this. So basically, stand on here, just pull this thing back, bam, 45 degrees, and then pour out a little bit, and one continuous movement, and just pull back. U-bolt. Well, not U-bolt, but U-shaped bracket. You probably have to unbend it a little bit just to get the shape back, but pretty close to and consistent to what I'm needed. All right. Building this, all I need was drill, 1/2-inch drill bit, drill press, and a couple of sanding material like the grinder, so that the cutting rough, after cutting it, the surface was pretty rough and the edges were basically will cut your finger open. So using those sanding material would, grinding material would just clean that off, and right now it's pretty soft to the touch. No problem. All right, have a good one.